So if you clicked on this video today, you're probably interested in creating an interaction system in Unreal Engine 5. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making an interactable object, in this case a medkit. It's going to show the interaction prompt on screen, so F to interact or something like that. And then we're going to add some logic behind it so it can add health to the character once you do interact, once you press a key. And also I'm going to be adding animations to this, very simple animations, so that it plays an animation and then once we've interacted it'll destroy the actor from the world. So we are covering quite a few things here, so I have looked online on YouTube and I've been checking other interaction systems and they don't really show how you would add an animation, for example, even if it is simple, and how to implement the way we add health and destroying actors and stuff like that. So this is going to be pretty in depth and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Right, okay, here we are, and I have pre-added a medkit box and the textures. Just so you know, you can do that yourself. Just go online and drag them in, and it's really easy to do. You should already have one from the previous tutorial, but you know. Next, we want to create a user widget, so we're just going to rename this WB underscore prompt, and this is widget blueprint underscore prompt, and this is going to be where it shows, for example, F in brackets and interact. What we need to do next is, once we're inside here, get a canvas panel, drag it onto WB underscore prompt. Then we want a vertical box, and this vertical box is going to hold the F key. So if we just size it accordingly, I'm going to do 50 and 50 to make it a nice little square. Next, what we want to do is go to the search bar and drag text onto the vertical box, and I'm just going to go over to this right hand side and type bracket F bracket. And if you see me messing about here and wondering why I can't type, it's because my bracket keys on Discord are deaf and mute, so that's exactly why I'm messing about here. Next thing you want to do is go over to the vertical box, and we're just going to anchor it to the center. And I'm just going to drag the F key over into the center of the screen. Just somewhere like that. It doesn't really matter too much. Now what I want to do, I want to add a horizontal box with text in it. So we're just going to drag text over here again onto our little hierarchy thing, and we're just going to change the text to interact. And this is now inside the vertical box, so we need to drag a horizontal box. So let's get a horizontal box, drag it onto the canvas panel, and then drag the to interact text on top of the horizontal box to make it a child of the horizontal box. Okay, and we're just going to drag that, position it somewhere nice under here, drag the box out. Next we're going to click on the text, and we're just going to go to outline size, and I'm just going to give it an outline of 1. This gives it like a little black outline around the text. Next, we forgot to anchor it, so just anchor the vertical box to the middle of the screen. Then what we want to do is create a new blueprint, and it's going to be BP underscore medbox. Okay, medbox this time, yeah, medbox. And I'm just going to write interactable afterwards. Okay, so what I want to do is add a static mesh. And the static mesh is going to be the one that I've already pre-imported. You can find these all over the internet, all free and online. So I'm just going to drag this in, and then I'm going to lock the scale and change it to 0.5, just so it's like a little bit smaller. Now I'm going to have this stuck onto a wall, so I'm just going to rotate it 90 degrees, just like this. And then we're going to be showing the text like just in front of it. Next, you need to add a box collision on top of the default scene root, and This box collision is going to be used so when we overlap it, it's going to bring up the widget. So we need to add the widget as well, so just click the top widget here after searching it. We're going to click widget. On the right hand side here, we want to go to widget class and change this to, it's not interact, is it? It's, what is it now? It's prompt. Okay, so we're just going to type in prompt or whatever you named your one from before. So WB underscore prompt. Okay, that's perfect. Now let's just position this in a way where we can see it better. I'm going to change the location and I'm also going to change the scale of it as well. So I'm just going to drag it in front of the med box, and once again make sure it's locked. Type 0.2, and this is going to be the size for my one because I think this looks pretty nice. Okay, now what we need to do next, right click the box and on component begin overlap and end overlap, we need these two nodes in the viewport. So we're going to get the widget. In fact, actually, let's just set it to not visible to begin with, so when we start the world it's not visible to the character. And then we're going to get widget, drag out of that, and we're going to set the visibility. And then if we are inside the box, we will set the visibility to true. And if we are outside the box or leave the box, we're going to set the visibility to false. So let's just duplicate that, link all this up, set that to false, compile. Now let's open the content browser and drag our BP underscore medbox interactable into the scene, and I'm just going to attach it to this wall here because I want to be able to walk over to it and use it. So like this, as you can see, the prompt comes up when we're inside the box, and I want to be able to use it and play a animation and for it to like add health. So let's do this. I just need to make this, let's call it an interaction box or the overlap box, a little bit bigger so it actually shows the prompt from further away. So there we go, F to interact, and it's all working nicely. Right, so what I want to do next, I want to go into the content browser and we're going to actually add our BP underscore interact interface. So make sure you add a blueprint interface, and then we're just going to rename this interact in the top right. Click save, and we need to go to class settings in the BP third person character or whatever your main character is. Type in interact where it says implemented interfaces. Okay, so let's open up our BP medkit medbox interactable. Go to class settings, this is the new one, and we're going to add the BPI interact, which stands for blueprint interface. In the interfaces section here, just double click this and it'll add this new node, which is event interact. So whenever we interact with this object, it'll fire this line of code off. So out of here, what we're going to do is simply just going to destroy actor just to check if it's working. So just drag out of event interact and we're just going to type in destroy actor, just like this. Let's line that up. And if we compile and click play, when we go over to this, it should show our prompt because we entered the box, and then when we press a key, it'll destroy the actor, but we haven't actually assigned a key yet, so let's go and do that. So go to the BP third person character, we're going to type in F key because that's what I want to use to interact, and we're going to drag out of this. Okay, so once we've done this, we need to drag out of F, and we are going to get a for each loop with a break, and the array type is going to be get all overlapping actors, and we're just going to be checking which actors are overlapping. So if it has the interface which is the interact interface, then we're good to go. So what we need to do next, drag out the return value, create a branch. So if the interactable actor, or the overlapping actor, sorry, implements the interface, we will give it a true or false. So if it's false, I'm just going to do a little test here. Cannot interact. And we need to drag out this first. So drag out of array element, and we need to get the interact message. So we're going to call that. So if it's true and the player that overlaps does have the interface, which we added before, then it'll fire the interact message. If it doesn't, it's going to print on our screen that we cannot interact. I hope that made sense. It sounded kind of confusing when I was saying it out loud. Now if we go ahead and play the map, we should be able to go over. It shows that we can interact, and we press F and it destroys the actor. Right, okay, so I want to add some more functionality to this. So we're going to get destroy actor, and we're going to, after we destroy the actor, we're going to call the medpack. So the medpack has an error, and we need to add a target, and the target is going to be cast to BP third person character. Okay, let's just drag that up, compile, let's connect these first and then compile, and we still need a target, so we need to drag out of target and get player character, or get player pawn, and we're just going to connect that up to the cast. Now if we go over and test it, we destroy the actor, but I didn't see it add the health. So this could be working, but I always like to test things with print strings. So hello is going to be true, and the bunch of letters is going to be false. So if we go up here, we'll know if it's true or false. So go press F, and it says hello, which means it's true. So we're always coming out of this top value here. So it is indeed casting properly. So if we just delete these or unpin them, drag them down here because I might use them later. And then we can drag out of the BP third person character and search for medpack, which we actually did create in the previous tutorial. I'm just going to set the value as 10, so it gives me 10 health. And when we click play, let's test it out. So let's actually go and damage ourselves first, because I think that was what the problem was. So we're at 50% health now, because it's halfway. And we go up to this, use it, it destroys and gives us 10. It's just not showing the message, that's all. And everything else is still working. So that is looking good. So out of medpack, now everything is tested and working. I'm just going to print a string to show how much health we have added. So I'm going to put something like added 50 health. And the reason I'm adding 50 health instead of 10, as you can see me change it here now to 50, is because this medpack is going to take longer to use. So it's going to take a certain amount of seconds to use. I believe the animation I'm using is like 14 seconds, so it just makes sense to make it like a bigger, well, to add more health, if you understand what I mean. So I'm just changing the print string here, and then I'm going to click the drop down box. I'm just going to set it to green so it's more noticeable. There we go. Set the duration, and when we compile and play, we'll go hurt ourselves, 50 HP, go to here, press F, it destroys the actor, and then we're going to add the health in the top left. So added 50 health. And these other health packs, we can just run over them and it just adds 10 health. So that makes sense. Or it will make sense very soon anyway. Right, okay, so the clip you're watching now is the end and the finished product of this tutorial. And we go over to the interact medbox, we press F, it plays the animation for 14 seconds, then it will destroy the actor and add the health. So if you're interested in adding the animations and doing the other stuff, then click the video on the top right. That'll be part 2. Thank you for watching. I'll catch